Questions. My dear friends, have you ever wondered why some people walk into a room and instantly uplift the energy, while others enter and drain it? Why some people seem peaceful even in chaos? Questions. While others lose their minds even during small inconveniences? The answer is simple. It's not their life that makes the difference. It's their morning. Questions. Because how you begin your day determines how you live your day. Today, I want to share with you a powerful, transformative questions, an absolutely double ritual. Begin your day in 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, not 2 hours, not some complicated routine that looks like a PhD thesis. Questions, just 20 minutes that can change your life. Imagine two phones sitting side by side. One is fully charged at 100%. The other has just 7% battery left. Both may look identical from the outside. Questions, but their inner energy determines how long they'll last. You and I, we are exactly like those phones. You may look sharp, smile bright, dress well, but if your inner battery is drained, questions. Your patience runs out, your peace evaporates, and you snap at the smallest things. These 20 minutes are divided into 4 5-minute rituals. This is simple, sustainable, and deeply spiritual. Questions. You ready? Let's begin. My friends, in the morning the world is quiet. But the question is, are you? Sit with a straight back, close your eyes, questions, and breathe slowly, deeply. Because before the world demands from you, take a moment to return to yourself. In those 5 minutes, remind yourself questions. I am grateful to be alive. I am stronger than yesterday. I am blessed with another chance to live well. Just 5 minutes. But the peace it creates lasts the whole day. Questions. Gratitude is like spiritual Wi-Fi. It connects you to everything that truly matters. Write 3 small things you're grateful for. Not big things, small ones. Questions. Because happiness is rarely hidden in big achievements. It's found in the small, simple joys we forget to notice. A warm cup of tea, a roof, a family member, a friend who checks on you. Questions. A new opportunity, or simply the fact that you woke up today. Questions. Gratitude flips your mindset from I lack to I have, from problem focused to possibility focused. 8. Take 5 minutes and ask yourself 1. Questions. What is the most important thing I need to accomplish today? 2. Who do I want to be today? Because productivity gives you success, but intentionality gives you peace. Questions. You may be busy the entire day and still feel empty. You may complete 20 tasks and still sleep dissatisfied. Why? Because the day had speed but no direction. When your intention is clear, questions, distractions cannot rule you. My dear friends, the body is the vehicle. The mind is the driver. The soul is the passenger. But if the vehicle isn't ready, the journey becomes difficult. Questions. Just 5 minutes, stretch, walk, do breathing exercises, simple yoga, anything. Because energy is not something you find, it's something you generate. This is holistic, this is simple. Questions. This is transformative. If you begin your day with these 20 minutes, your thoughts will be clearer, your emotions calmer, your decisions sharper, your patience deeper, your joy stronger. Questions. Because you won't be reacting to life, you'll be responding to it. My dear friends, life doesn't change in one giant leap. It changes in small, consistent steps. Questions. If you can give the world 23 hours and 40 minutes, can't you give yourself just 20? Begin your day for yourself so you can live your day for others. Serve better, love better, work better. Questions. Live better, and remember, the way you start your morning is the way you start your life. Questions. So tomorrow morning, not next week, not when I have time, but tomorrow, give yourself 20 sacred minutes. You deserve them. Questions. Have you ever noticed how one small moment in the morning can influence your entire day? Imagine this: you wake up late, rush out of bed, accidentally spill water, can't find your shirt. Questions. Skip breakfast and run to work. Even before the day has started, stress has already taken the driver's seat. And because the beginning was chaotic, everything that follows feels heavier. Questions. A small traffic jam feels like a personal attack. A coworker's question feels irritating. A simple mistake feels like failure. The entire day seems to be working against you. Questions. Now imagine a different beginning. You wake up just a little earlier. You sit quietly for a moment. You breathe deeply. You stretch. You plan one important thing you want to achieve today. Questions. You drink water slowly. You start with a calm mind. Suddenly the same traffic jam doesn't bother you. The coworker's question doesn't irritate you. Small mistakes don't feel overwhelming. Questions. You respond better, you think clearer, and you feel lighter. What changed? Not the world. You changed. Your morning changed. Questions. The quality of your morning sets the tone and temperature of your entire day. Just like how a musical instrument needs tuning before the concert. Questions. The mind needs tuning before life begins to demand from you. If you start the day with noise, stress, and distraction, questions, your inner world becomes like a shaking glass of water. Every small disturbance causes a spill. But if you start the day with calmness, gratitude, and clarity, questions, your inner world becomes like a steady lake, peaceful, undisturbed, and reflective. Think of morning energy like the first coat of paint on a wall. If the first coat is messy, uneven, rushed, questions, the final result will never look clean, no matter how much effort you put later. But when the first coat is smooth and well done, everything you add afterward sits beautifully. Questions. Morning energy is that first coat. Let's look at a simple daily life example. Suppose you're a student preparing for an important exam. If you wake up late, scroll through social media, questions, panic about the unfinished chapters, and rush to your books in anxiety, your brain enters study mode already exhausted. Thoughts don't flow smoothly. You can't focus. Questions. You read one page 10 times and still can't understand it. But if you start the morning peacefully, 5 minutes of breathing, 5 minutes of gratitude, questions, 5 minutes of planning your study schedule, suddenly your mind becomes sharper. The same chapters feel lighter. Your brain cooperates. Your confidence rises. Questions. You study not out of fear but out of clarity. The syllabus hasn't changed, but your energy has. Or imagine a parent who wakes up to a hectic morning. Children crying, breakfast burning, questions, phone buzzing, work deadlines ringing in the mind. If the morning begins in panic, the rest of the day feels like running with a heavy backpack. Questions. But if the parent begins with even a few minutes of grounding, quiet breathing, a moment of appreciation for family, a simple self-reminder. Questions. I will handle things calmly today. Then even unexpected chaos feels more manageable. The children become easier to handle. Work feels more doable. Family interactions become warmer. Questions. Because the morning energy has created emotional space. Think of morning energy as the foundation of a building. If the foundation is weak, no matter how beautifully you build above it, questions, everything becomes shaky. A small wind feels threatening, a small crack feels dangerous. But with a strong foundation, even storms feel survivable. Morning energy is that foundation. Questions. It stabilizes you before life tries to shake you. Here's another example. Someone begins their day with arguments, constant phone usage, negative news, or comparing themselves with others online. Questions. This fills their mind with fear, envy, stress, and insecurity. The rest of the day automatically falls into that emotional tone. But someone who begins the morning with self-reflection, gratitude, questions, intention, or silence sets a completely different emotional tone. One of strength, peace, and clarity. The same world feels different because the inner world has changed. The truth is, questions, you cannot control how your day will unfold. Life may throw surprises, sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. But you can control how you show up to the day. You can choose your morning energy. Questions. And when you choose calm, clarity, and gratitude as your starting point, you do develop the resilience to navigate the day's uncertainties. Just observe people in your life. Questions. Those who begin the day with frustration often carry that frustration through the day. Those who begin with peace often spread that peace to others. Morning energy is contagious. Questions. It decides whether you will react to life or respond to it. It decides whether you will be controlled by situations or take conscious control of your choices. You don't need a long routine. Questions. You don't need to become a monk. You don't need 2 hours of meditation. Just a few conscious minutes each morning can shift your inner atmosphere. When the atmosphere inside is sunny, questions. Small clouds outside cannot darken your entire day. So remember, a peaceful morning is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It's not something you should do when you get time. Questions. It's something you should do so that you have the mental time and space for everything else. Because the way you start your morning truly shapes the way you live your day. Questions. You deserve a strong beginning. You deserve a powerful start. You deserve to own your morning so you can own your life. Questions. There is a beautiful moment every morning that most people miss. It is the moment when the body wakes up, but the world has not yet demanded anything from you. No messages, no noise, no rush. Questions, no pressure. Just you, your breath, and the quiet hum of life awakening around you. Those first few minutes are like golden pearls, precious, rare questions, and capable of transforming your entire day if you know how to use them. Most of us wake up and immediately jump into activity. The mind starts running even before the feet touch the floor. Questions, thoughts about work, deadlines, chores, responsibilities. They come rushing in like a stampede. And because we begin the day with noise, the rest of the day feels noisy too. Questions. But something magical happens when you begin the first 5 minutes in stillness. You give your mind a soft landing instead of a sudden push. Questions. You allow your thoughts to settle like dust in a quiet room. You become aware of yourself before becoming aware of the world. That awareness is power. That stillness is strength. Questions. Imagine a glass of muddy water. If you shake it, the water becomes cloudy, unclear, and impossible to see through. But if you let it sit still for a few minutes, questions, the mud sinks to the bottom and the water becomes clear. Your mind is exactly like that glass. When you wake up and immediately expose yourself to messages, notifications, and thoughts, questions, you shake your mind, clarity disappears. But if you let yourself sit still for a few minutes, your thoughts settle, your mind becomes clear. And a clear mind makes clear decisions. Questions. Deep breathing in those first 5 minutes is like giving your brain a gentle reboot. When you inhale slowly and deeply, questions, you supply your brain with oxygen, the fuel it needs to function calmly and intelligently. And when you exhale slowly, you remove stress from the body. That is why in moments of panic, questions, people naturally tell each other, take a deep breath. It is the world's simplest therapy. Think of a laptop that has many tabs open. It slows down, overheats, and sometimes even freezes. Questions. But when you restart it, everything becomes smooth again. Your mind also has too many tabs open. Memories, worries, plans, fears, responsibilities. Questions. Starting your day with silence and breathing is like restarting your mental system. It clears the unnecessary and sharpens the essential. Let's take a simple daily life example. Questions. Suppose you wake up and immediately check your phone. You see a stressful message from work. Before your day has even begun, your breathing becomes shallow, your heart beats faster. Questions. And your mind starts preparing for conflict or pressure. You haven't even stepped out of bed, but your nervous system is already in fight mode. This affects how you speak to your family. Questions, how you handle your tasks, and how you treat yourself. Now imagine a different version of the same morning. You wake up, sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take slow, deep breaths. Inhale peace. Questions. Exhale stress. Inhale positivity. Exhale fear. Those few breaths tell your nervous system, relax, you are safe. When you open your eyes after those 5 minutes, you feel lighter, clearer questions, and more emotionally balanced. Now, even if you see a stressful message, you handle it with more maturity and calmness. The situation hasn't changed, your inner state has. Another example, questions. A parent wakes up and faces the usual morning chaos, getting kids ready, preparing breakfast, managing responsibilities. If the parent wakes up stressed, the entire home absorbs that energy. Questions. Everyone becomes rushed, irritated, or anxious. But if the parent spends even 5 minutes in silence and breathing before facing the household, the same tasks feel less overwhelming. Questions. The parent becomes calmer, more patient, and more loving. The children become more cooperative because they can feel the difference. A calm presence creates a calming environment. Questions. Stillness also gives you something very precious, self-awareness. Throughout the day, your attention is pulled toward the world. But those first few silent minutes pull your attention inward. Questions. You hear your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own needs. You reconnect with yourself. In a world where everyone is constantly connected to everything except themselves. Questions. These 5 minutes become a sacred space for self-connection. Many people say, I don't have time to sit quietly. But the truth is, you don't need more time. You need more intention. Questions. 5 minutes is shorter than scrolling through social media, shorter than arguing with someone, shorter than worrying. Yet those 5 minutes give you more than all those activities combined. Questions. The beauty of stillness is that it doesn't require you to be spiritual, religious, or philosophical. It only requires you to be human. Every human breathes. Every human needs peace. Questions. Every human benefits from clarity. Stillness and deep breathing are universal medicines. Think of the sky during sunrise. Before the sun fully rises, the sky is still quiet, soft. Questions. That stillness prepares the world for light. In the same way, your morning stillness prepares your mind for the day. If the sky were stormy during sunrise every day, the world would feel chaotic. Questions. But because nature begins its day peacefully, it sets a beautiful tone for everything that follows. You also belong to nature. You are not separate from it. Questions. Begin your day the way nature does, in silence, in softness, in calmness. When you give yourself those 5 minutes, you are not wasting time. You are investing time. Questions. You are tuning your mind like an instrument before playing the music of life. And when your inner tune is smooth, the melody of your entire day becomes beautiful. Questions. This simple practice can change the way you think, feel, behave, and respond. 5 minutes is all it takes to turn inner chaos into inner clarity. Begin your day with stillness, questions, and the rest of the day will naturally follow with more grace, balance, and peace. Questions. There is a silent power hidden in gratitude, a power so gentle yet so transformative that it can reshape the entire atmosphere of your mind. Questions. Most people wake up and immediately think of what is missing, what is stressful, what is unfinished, and what is going wrong. But gratitude shifts the lens. Questions. It doesn't change your circumstances. It changes you within those circumstances. And when you change, your day changes. Questions. When you spend the next 5 minutes of your morning writing down 3 things you're grateful for, you begin your day not with lack, but with abundance. Not with stress, but with appreciation. Questions. Not with fear, but with fullness. These few minutes act like emotional vitamins. Tiny, unseen, but powerful enough to strengthen your mindset for the entire day. Questions. Think of gratitude as the morning sunlight. Even if the night was long, even if the world was dark, even if yesterday was heavy, when the sunlight appears, the darkness disappears not by force, questions, but simply by presence. Gratitude works exactly like that. It doesn't fight negativity, it dissolves it. And when you write down 3 things you are grateful for, you are telling your mind questions. I choose to see the light. Let's look at a simple daily life example. Imagine you woke up irritated because your alarm rang earlier than you wanted. Questions. You drag yourself out of bed and feel annoyed at the world. But then you sit for 5 minutes, pick up a notebook, and write, I am grateful for this new day. Questions. I am grateful that my body is healthy enough to wake up. I am grateful that I have a home to wake up in. Suddenly your irritation softens. Why? Questions. Because the mind cannot hold gratitude and complaint at the same time. One has to leave, and gratitude is stronger when you give it attention. Questions. Many people think gratitude only applies to big things, success, achievements, big moments. But the truth is, gratitude is most powerful when practiced for small, everyday gifts. Questions. The comfortable pillow you slept on, the ability to breathe without effort, the person who cares about you, the water you drink, the food you eat. These small blessings are often ignored. Questions, but they are the real foundation of life. Imagine losing your phone charger for one day. You suddenly feel stressed, annoyed, and inconvenienced. But the day before, questions, when the charger was working perfectly fine, you didn't even notice it. That's how life works. We notice the absence of things more than the presence of things. Gratitude reverses this pattern. Questions. It makes you aware of what's working instead of what's broken. Think about someone who starts their morning by thinking, I have so much to do. I'm tired. Questions. I'm stressed. Their day automatically feels heavier. But someone who writes down 3 simple gratitudes begins with the feeling, I already have so much. Their day becomes lighter. Questions. Gratitude doesn't change the number of tasks, but it changes the energy with which you face them. Take another daily example. A person wakes up and complains that they have to go to work. Questions. But another person wakes up and writes, I am grateful I have a job. I am grateful I have the ability to earn. Questions. I am grateful I have a skill the world needs. Which one do you think will walk into the workplace with a better attitude? Which one will have better relationships? Questions. Which one will feel more fulfilled? Gratitude adds meaning to ordinary moments. It brings peace to the mind, softness to the heart, and strength to the spirit. Questions. When you practice writing gratitude daily, something beautiful happens. You begin to notice more things to be grateful for. Your eyes open. Your heart opens. You become sensitive to beauty, kindness, questions, blessings, and opportunities. You start appreciating people more, complaining less, and living more consciously. Imagine someone writing every morning, questions. I am grateful for my parents. I am grateful for my spouse. I am grateful for my child. When challenges come during the day, this reminder of gratitude makes them more patient. Questions. More understanding, more loving. Gratitude strengthens relationships because it shifts the focus from flaws to blessings. Sometimes people ask questions. What if nothing good happened today? But gratitude is not always about what happened, it's about what is. Life itself is a gift. The breath in your lungs is a gift. Questions. The chance to try again today is a gift. Gratitude doesn't deny difficulties. It simply gives you the strength to face them with a stable mind. It's not a denial of problems, questions. It's a declaration of blessings. And when you start your morning by writing 3 gratitudes, your mind starts the day anchored in positivity. Imagine a boat anchored in a calm harbor. Questions. Even if the waves rise later, the boat doesn't drift into chaos. Gratitude is that anchor. Throughout the day, when stress tries to pull you, or negativity tries to shake you, questions. Your mind remembers your morning gratitude. It remembers calmness, blessings, and perspective. Writing gratitude is more powerful than simply thinking it. Thoughts can disappear, questions. But words on paper become a mirror of your inner world. They are tangible reminders you can revisit. They track your emotional growth. They show you how blessed you are. Questions. even on days that feel challenging. And the beauty is, you don't need expensive journals, fancy pens, or poetic words. Just honestiness. Just a few minutes of sincerity. Questions. These 5 minutes of gratitude can turn a restless mind into a peaceful one, a complaining heart into an appreciative one, and a chaotic day into a meaningful one. Questions. Gratitude does not add more to your life. It makes you realize how much you already have. So every morning, sit with a quiet mind and a humble heart. Questions. Pick up your pen and write 3 simple lines of gratitude. These lines may seem small, but their impact on your day and your life will be immeasurable. Questions. There is a beautiful truth about life. Your day doesn't begin when you step out of your home. It begins when you step into your own mind. Questions. The first thoughts you choose in the morning become the compass for the rest of your day. And that is why intention setting is not just a practice, it is a powerful declaration of who you want to be. Questions. How you want to behave and what you want to create. When you spend the next 5 minutes setting your intention for the day, you give your mind direction. Without intention, questions. The day pulls you in every direction like a leaf blown in the wind. But with intention, you move through the day like a ship with a steady rudder. Stable, clear, and purposeful. Questions. Most people wake up and fall into the day accidentally. They drift, they react, they run, they rush. But they don't lead, they don't guide. Questions. And so the day controls them instead of them controlling the day. Intention setting reverses this. It gives you leadership over your mind. Imagine you are sitting in a car. You have fuel. Questions. You have a working engine. You have everything you need. But if you don't decide where to go, the car may move, but you won't reach anywhere meaningful. Life is the same. Questions. Activity without intention becomes exhaustion, but activity with intention becomes progress. In these 5 minutes, ask yourself 2 simple but powerful questions. Questions. What is the most important thing I want to accomplish today? Who do I want to be today? The first question gives your day focus. The second question gives your day character. Questions. Let's look at a simple daily life example. Suppose you are a student. If you begin your day by saying, "Today, my intention is to understand one chapter deeply," your mind begins to prioritize. Questions. Suddenly, distractions like social media lose some of their power because the mind knows the target. Without intention, everything feels urgent. With intention, only the right things feel important. Questions. Now consider the second question. Who do I want to be today? You might say, questions. I want to be patient. I want to be calm. I want to be confident. I want to be kind. I want to be focused. Imagine you set the intention. Today, questions. I choose to be patient. But later, when someone irritates you, that intention echoes in your mind like a gentle reminder. You pause, you respond better. Or if you set the intention, today, questions. I choose confidence. Then even in challenging moments, your posture, thoughts, and energy shift. You begin behaving in alignment with that intention. Intentions act like emotional guardrails. Questions. They keep you steady even when the road gets rough. Let's explore another example. A parent begins the day with the intention. Today, I want to be present with my children. Throughout the day, questions. Even if things get busy, this intention guides their behavior. If the child calls, they listen more attentively. If the child speaks, they respond with more care. Questions. The intention becomes a filter through which interactions are shaped. Or imagine someone going to work with the intention. Today, I will handle challenges calmly. Now, questions. Even if a sudden problem arises, instead of panicking, they take a breath. They remember the morning promise they made to themselves. Intention becomes their internal anchor. Questions. Some people enter the day hoping for a good day. But intention setting is not about hoping, it is about choosing. When you choose who you want to be and what you want to accomplish. Questions. You become an active participant in your day, not a passive observer. Think of a garden. If you do not plant anything intentionally, weeds will grow by default. In the same way, questions. If you do not plant conscious intentions in your mind, negativity, fear, stress, and distraction will grow automatically. Intention is like planting a beautiful seed in the soil of your mind. Questions. Throughout the day, that seed grows into behavior choices and emotions aligned with your purpose. There is another dimension to intention setting. It protects you from overwhelm. Questions. Many people wake up and instantly feel a heavy weight of responsibilities. They think of 10, 20, or even 50 things they need to do. This creates anxiety even before the day has begun. Questions. But when you set intention, you simplify, you prioritize, you identify the one thing that truly matters. That clarity brings peace. Imagine a person with a long to-do list. Without intention setting questions, they feel lost and frustrated. Everything seems urgent, everything seems important, but when they sit for 5 minutes and choose one meaningful goal for the day, something shifts. The fog clears. Questions. Their mind goes from, I have too much to do, to I know what I need to do first. Another beautiful example, suppose you set the intention. Today, questions. I will speak kindly. You carry that softness through your interactions at home, at work, with strangers, with yourself. You might smile more. You might listen more. You might avoid arguments. Questions. The intention changes your emotional tone for the entire day. Many people underestimate the power of a simple intention, but intention is like programming your mind's GPS. Questions. When the mind knows the destination, it filters distractions, aligns emotions, and organizes thoughts automatically. You no longer waste mental energy on unnecessary things. Also, questions. Intention setting connects you to your inner self. It reminds you that you are not just a doer, you are a creator. You create your day with your thoughts. You create your mood with your words. Questions. You create your energy with your choices. And every morning you get a fresh chance to create wisely. The beauty of intention setting lies in its simplicity. You don't need fancy tools, long rituals, questions, or complex routines. Just honesty, awareness, and a notebook. 5 minutes of planning can prevent 5 hours of confusion. 5 minutes of intention can prevent 5 arguments. Questions. 5 minutes of clarity can prevent 50 moments of frustration. When you give yourself these 5 minutes to decide who you want to be and what you want to accomplish, you start your day aligned. Questions. Focused and empowered. And throughout the day, life may still throw surprises, challenges, or chaos. But your intention remains your inner compass, guiding you with calmness and clarity. Questions. With intention, you don't just live the day, you lead it. Questions. There is a beautiful connection between the body and the mind. When one moves, the other awakens. Most people think energy is something that magically appears, like sunlight. They say, questions. When I have energy, I will start moving. But the truth is the opposite. When you start moving, energy begins to flow. Energy is not something to wait for, it is something you generate. Questions. And the final 5 minutes of your morning are dedicated to exactly that. Awakening the body so the mind can follow. Think of your body like a sleeping instrument. When you wake up, questions. It's not instantly ready to perform. It needs tuning. It needs activation. Simple movement, stretching, or breathing exercises act like tuning the strings of a guitar before the performance. Questions. If you start your day without tuning your body, everything feels stiff. Your mood, your focus, your thoughts, and even your patience. But when you move your body gently for just 5 minutes, questions, the stiffness melts away and a sense of liveliness replaces it. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you wake up and immediately sit at your laptop. Your back feels tight, your neck feels heavy. Questions. Your shoulders feel tense. After some time, the stress turns into irritation, and the irritation into fatigue. Why? Because the body has been asked to function without being awakened. Questions. But if you had spent just 5 minutes moving your body, twisting your lightly, stretching your spine, taking a short walk, your body would have opened up like a flower in sunlight. Questions. The work you do later becomes easier because your body feels ready. Movement also releases something beautiful inside you. Endorphins, the natural chemicals that lift your mood. Questions. It's amazing how a few simple stretches or a short breathing exercise can turn a sleepy, heavy mind into a bright, active one. Movement is your natural mood booster. Think of your body like a stream. Questions. When it flows, it stays clear and fresh. But if it becomes still for too long, it becomes stagnant. Questions. Morning movement is that gentle push that gets the stream flowing again after the long stillness of sleep. Let's take another daily life example. Imagine someone who wakes up feeling dull, grumpy, questions, or unmotivated. They drag their feet, complain about being tired, and begin the day half-heartedly. They assume they woke up in a bad mood. But often, questions. This mood is not emotional, it's physical. The body is simply stiff, and the stiffness is being misinterpreted as emotional heaviness. Questions. But now imagine the same person doing 5 minutes of stretching, touching their toes, rotating their shoulders, bending side to side. Suddenly, their mood lifts. Their face relaxes. Questions. Their mind clears. This is not magic, it is biology. Movement also enhances posture, and posture enhances confidence. When you carry your body like someone who is awake, alive and ready, questions, your mind starts believing it too. Try this experiment, stand straight, lift your chin slightly, take a deep breath. You instantly feel more in control. Questions. Movement early in the morning sets this confident posture for the rest of the day. Think of a smartphone that hasn't been updated or rebooted for days. It becomes slow, freezes, or glitches. Questions. But when you restart it, everything suddenly works smoother. Movement is that reboot for your body. It clears the fog, activates the muscles, awakens the senses, questions, and refreshes your internal energy system. Now imagine someone rushing into their day without moving their body at all. Their mind feels blocked. Their emotions feel tangled. Questions. Their productivity feels low, and they blame the world. But the real reason is simple. The body never switched from sleep mode to active mode. Movement is the switch. Questions. Let's consider a parent who has a busy day ahead, getting children ready, managing responsibilities, balancing work and home. If they begin the morning without awakening their body, questions, everything feels like a burden. But if they begin the morning with even 5 minutes of movement, they carry themselves differently. They feel lighter, more patient, more energetic. Questions. The tasks don't change, but the person performing them does. Or think of someone who is preparing for an interview or an important meeting. If they begin the day stiff and tired, questions, their confidence feels shaky. But with movement, the body opens, the breath deepens, and nerves settle. They feel grounded, sharp, and present. Questions. Those 5 minutes can change the outcome of their entire day. Even spiritually, movement has a purpose. When the body is energized, the mind becomes more receptive. Meditation becomes deeper. Questions. Focus becomes stronger. Productivity becomes smoother. Joy becomes easier. The body is not separate from the mind. They are partners in everything you do. Questions. Many people feel movement must be intense or long to be effective. But the truth is, your body loves simplicity. A few minutes of walking, gentle yoga, basic stretches, questions, or deep breathing can activate every major system in your body. Circulation, digestion, focus, and mood. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You don't even need much space. Questions. You only need intention. Movement also gives you something precious. Ownership of your day. It tells your mind, I am waking up by choice, not by force. That mental shift creates confidence. Questions. Discipline and positivity. Imagine watering a plant in the morning. It stands straighter, it looks fresher, it responds to the nourishment. Your body is exactly like that plant. Questions. Morning movement is the water that wakes it up. And when your body is awake, everything becomes easier. Thinking, speaking, working, loving, living. Questions. These final 5 minutes of movement may seem small, but their ripple effect stretches across your entire day. A body in motion creates a mind in motion. And when both are aligned, questions, you become unstoppable. Give yourself this gift every morning. 5 minutes to awaken the beautiful machine you live in. 5 minutes to stretch, breathe, sway, walk, questions, or move in any way that feels good. 5 minutes to tell your body, thank you for carrying me through life. Today, let's begin with energy and intention. Because when you move your body, questions, you don't just wake up the muscles, you wake up possibility.